Welcome to the Faculty Summer Book Study, Small Teaching Online. This summer we're going to be working with the Small Teaching Online book. There's also another book, Small Teaching, which is really excellent if you get a chance to read or listen to it. That one is available by audiobook. This is a book study more than a traditional class, and we're really going to just be discussing each chapter and seeing what we can do to help each other and to really explore little ways and little changes that we can do to be more effective in our instructional design and working with our students. There are multiple ways to get to your different discussions. I have all the links in here. You can go to the modules section and you can see that it all shows up on the to-do list with the due dates. So I will step over to the modules and show you a little bit about how it's set up. So this will be put into the orientation quiz and you'll get to answer a couple questions on it. I would like you to try using multimedia in the discussion, even just adding screenshots, images, attachments, but you'll have the opportunity to use video, either of yourself or of your screen. I know that it can be uncomfortable doing video where you view yourself. I know that I don't always want to get dressed, put on makeup. I frequently am working in t-shirts with paint in my hair because I go back and forth between working on my computer and working on my house. My solution to that is I like to do screencasting. There you get to see what I'm seeing on my screen and you get to hear my voice. I really like Snagit as my absolute favorite tool for doing quick screen recordings. For higher end things, I use Camtasia. I wouldn't expect you to use either of those. If you have a Mac, you can use QuickTime on your Mac. But you'll see that I give you some different examples of setting up a YouTube channel, which is great. Now, we do have an official MCC YouTube channel, which really should be used for formal lectures. For informal things where I'm talking to people, I often do video reviews for my students. I like to keep those private. I don't want those available to anybody, so I publish them as unlisted, which means that the only way you can see them is if you have a direct link to them. And so for that sort of thing, I really prefer to use my own YouTube account. And there's information on how to set it up here. If you have a Gmail account, it's very simple. Otherwise, you'll need one. And these are my different options that I recommend as far as recording things on your computer. So for your initial response, I'd like you to introduce yourself and screencasting so we can hear you. Even if you just want to include a photo of yourself, try to include something multimedia in each of the discussion topics. As we move forward, we'll do a discussion for each chapter, and I'm following the recommendations of our book, which is to tell your students what they're going to do, why they're going to do it, which is basically your objectives. And then I have a dig deeper section in each of the discussions. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about what the chapter is covering, I take you out to one of the references that the book uses. So for example, Jay McTighe is the founder of the backward design theory, and you can actually listen to him talk about it. So for the discussions each week, there are 5 or 6 possible discussion topics. And because I only want a grade 1 discussion, but I give everybody choices on what they want to answer, you just respond to one of the discussions. And you'll see that I have the discussion prompts out here. And please discuss under one of these. This will let you see everything that's out there, but you only need to participate in one of the discussions. What you may do is participate in one and read the others. I always find that interesting to see what everybody else is doing. And that's a repeating pattern for the class. It is helpful to students to know what they're going to do and to have a pattern each week and what their expectations are. I'd like to see all of the initial responses in by noon on Friday of each week, and then hand in the responses to other people. And I want you to try and respond to somebody who doesn't have any responses or who only has one, so that everybody gets at least feedback from 2 different people. So I'm really looking forward to working with all of you this summer, and I hope you really enjoy the class. There's a few questions after this just to show that you understand what's expected of you and that you've watched the orientation.